Okay, let's dive into a crowdfunding campaign that had one of the biggest ambitions you can imagine, to literally solve world hunger with a single, really powerful idea. This is the story of a project called End Hunger Now.
Right out of the gate, the campaign page hits you with this. I mean, what a statement. They're not just talking about feeding people. They're claiming they have a solution that could fix most of the world's problems. A claim that big, well, it definitely makes you sit up and pay attention. So what was this powerful idea? Let's take a look at the core philosophy that was driving this whole thing.
And here's the heart of it. It's this central, kind of shocking paradox. Every single day, we waste more food than we would need to feed everyone on the planet. And yet, people are still starving. So the campaign frames the problem not as a lack of food, but as a system that's just completely broken.
And this was their proposed solution. The campaign's big bet was on a massive shift to what's called a whole food plant-based diet. The idea was that this is just better for everyone. It's healthier for us, it's way more sustainable for the planet, and when you do it at scale, it's incredibly cost-effective.
And their goal wasn't small. It was absolutely massive. They wanted to produce 2 million healthy plant-based meals, not per year, not per month, every single day. And they wanted to start by April of 2019. We're not talking about a small pilot project here. This was designed for immediate, huge impact.
Now, an ambition that huge needs a pretty clever machine to make it all work, right? So, how exactly was this sustainable food engine supposed to run?
And here's the engine itself. It's actually a pretty elegant sell one, give one model. The plan was to sell 1 million meals at a normal price, and the profit from those sales would completely fund another 1 million meals to be given away for free. And to make sure the food was actually good, they were going to hold weekly public cooking events to test recipes. The real kicker, though, is that they weren't building from the ground up. They said they had 530 existing kitchens and banquet halls ready to partner up.
But, even a self-sustaining engine needs a little bit of a jumpstart. To get this massive operation off the ground, the campaign had to turn to the public for that initial investment.
The donation requests really scaled with the vision. For just $5, you could be a part of the solution. $18 would give the gift of life, a meal every day for one person. But as the amounts grew, so did the promises. We're talking about going from feeding a family for a year to creating healing centers and eventually a world headquarters. The ambition is just off the charts.
So that was the dream, an incredible, world-changing vision with what looks like a really detailed plan. But now we have to turn a corner and look at the actual results of the fundraiser.
The campaign had one critical number in mind, $18,000. They calculated that this was the absolute minimum they needed to get the engine running and become self-sustaining. With that amount, they believed they would never have to ask for money again.
And this is where that incredible dream collides with a very different reality. The minimum goal was $18,000. The final amount raised was $386.
I mean, this bar chart just puts that gap into stark perspective. The $386 they raised, that's just a little over 2% of the bare minimum they needed to get started. It's a visual of a massive disconnect between the vision and the financial support it got.
So, how many people contributed that money? Over the entire life of the campaign, which spanned several years, just 5 people, 5 donors.
But behind that number are real people who really believed. This quote is from somebody who gave $10. They saw the vision, they felt that it was possible. They wrote, "Please help make this a reality." It takes such little commitment with so much to gain. It's just a powerful reminder of the genuine hope that was there, even if it was only on a very small scale.
So what we're left with is this enormous gulf between a detailed, world-changing idea and the reality of the money it was able to attract. The engine was designed, but it seems like the spark just never came.
And this really leaves us with a huge question. The campaign had a grand vision, a clear problem it was solving, and a detailed plan. So why wasn't that enough? What's the real difference between a powerful idea and an idea that actually gets funded? Maybe it's about trust or the right kind of marketing. Or maybe the plan just seemed too good or just too big to ever be true.